Town Biz actually did a video about this earlier this morning. I'm recording this video on April 13, 2020. Then Ashen sent me an article about the story itself. I don't even have to read the article to know exactly what is going on, because this is a topic I've talked about on my channel plenty of times before with different black men in particular. One of them being Lakeith Stanfield is actually one of my most watched videos on my channel. So if y'all don't know who this is actor Christian Keys. He's done, I first learned about him when he was doing Tyler Perry plays back in the, way back in the day. He's done a few television shows. He was on the show called Saints and Sinners, which is a very good show. He's done other little television projects and other stage plays. He's not a big main time actor, but he's very, I guess you can say, he's known in the black community and mostly amongst black women, because a lot of black women love this guy. Let's just put it this way. Imagine if he had Idris Elba status, he would probably put Idris out of business amongst black women. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing a video about him today is because he made a post on his Instagram account in which he was celebrating and talking about black women. He made a post in which he said in so many words that black women are like superheroes. Then somebody came along and left a comment under his post in which they said all women. That immediately let me know that not only was that a troll, but I already know what type of troll that was. That definitely was a palm-colored female that did that. Now I'm gonna pause right quick on Christian Keys. If y'all remember, a couple years ago on this channel, I did a video about Lakeith Stanfield talking about the same exact thing, in which he was talking about celebrating black women on his Instagram post, and someone said sort of the same thing on there. And that let me know, of course, I was like, okay, that's definitely a Caucasian female that said that, most definitely. And this is the thing. They crave attention so much from almost every male, but for some reason, it seems to me that they crave the most attention from black men, because for men lust after the Caucasian female of any race of woman that's not a black woman in particular, when that could not be any further from the truth. But here's the thing. They crave the attention from black men for whatever reason, mainly because probably of the sexual stigma that has been put on to black men with the quote unquote BBC, or they probably been browsing through the ebony section of Pornhub, most likely. And they saw something that they like, and that's what they lust after. And they think that every black man is going after them or wants them. And that's definitely not the case. I'll give you a little story. I wasn't going to talk about it, but it happened, and I saw it in the comment section of one of my videos. So as y'all know, I did a video talking about Karrueche Tran, and I pretty much put her on blast when she made that post talking about Asians facing xenophobia and everything like that. This was like at the height of the whole Wuhan. And I just went in on her. One of my female subscribers, a black woman, wrote on there that she was pretty much shocked and surprised that a black man, me, was going in on a quote unquote exotic woman. I was like, why were you so shocked? And she said, I don't know, because I'm so used to seeing black men just lust after them. So it caught her by surprise that myself, a black man, was going in on a woman that would be deemed exotic. I said, and I didn't tell her this, but if she's watching, if you must be new to my channel, probably. I go in on everybody when they deserve it. At that moment, she deserved it. For me, it's not about looks. It's about your character and who you are as a person. If you are representing yourself in your lowest form and you doing stuff like what Karrueche did, then I'm going to go in on you. I have talked about a lot of people on my channel over the years who will be deemed as attractive or cute or pretty, or someone who will be deemed in high regard on the sexual market. I can look past all of that and dig deep at the core of the issue and realize that they have a problem and that they are a problem. And Karrueche definitely has a problem and is one at that. I think I've talked about Rihanna, talked about Karrueche, talked about Heidi Klum, Gabrielle Union plenty of times, and a host of other people, Jada Pinkett Smith, a host of people that people would see as attractive. So just because they look a certain way does not mean I'm not going to talk about them. As a matter of fact, they'll probably get it a whole lot more because they walk around here like their shit don't stink. And those are the ones you have to snatch them back down from whatever fantasy world they are in and plant them in the root of reality. Those are the ones you really have to get grounded. So I hope that I answered this person who left that comment a couple videos back about that whole situation with exotic women, quote unquote. Listen, they may look good and everything like that, but if they say some stuff that I don't agree with, I'm gonna call it out, point blank, period. Now back to this situation right here. The man said what he said, and I think he did respond to the person basically saying like, look, he's like, I'm talking to black women right now. I don't have to really give you an explanation as to why I'm talking about him. I just said what I said, and I'm glad that he's standing firm on his square. I feel like he doesn't have to give an explanation. I mean, just, leave it at that. Just block the troll, because clearly the person was definitely trolling. But I think that the post, him responding to the person, ended up going viral. It had to have in order for them to give a write-up in this article, which is coming from the Atlanta Black Star. And then they had some people they said responded to it, and what would you know? I didn't click the video, but the first person they had up on there was Gina Rodriguez. That's another one right there that some people will see as attractive, that I've gone in on a couple of times for some things that she said. Now, here's the crazy thing about it. Gina Rodriguez has been known to undercut black women before in the past, especially during interviews. If y'all remember that actress Yara Shahidi, who's on who got her start on Blackish, and then they gave her own spinoff show called Grownish, and she was being interviewed by a black media person. I don't want to say media personality, but a black media a movie interviewer. I guess that's what you can call him. And he was asking her a specific question about like how is she an inspiration to little black girls. And before Yara Shahidi could even get one word in edgewise, here comes Gina Rodriguez talking about all girls, and then cut this little smirk after she said it. That was one of the few times that I went in on Gina Rodriguez when she did that. So I don't know why she decided to plant herself into this video that I guess someone made a compilation of people responding to him and saying that they were proud that he actually stood firm on the square and actually, defending black women in the post that he made. But that's a whole nother can of worms that I've been propped open. But yeah, shout out to him. And, for standing firm on his square, because a lot of people tend to not do that. They'll have to go into a whole diatribe why they did it. You don't have to do it. You said what you said. You're a grown man. You don't have to explain your actions to nobody. But that's just what happens when you have a certain female in this world who has been deemed the standard of beauty, where all the spotlights shine on her. There could be room for other women to stand next to her, but in her realm, she's by herself in her own little bubble, and that's it. That's exactly why I kept saying I don't know how in the world black women linked up with her in feminism, because she literally, feminism was just basically a noose that was placed around, in my opinion, black women's necks, and they have hung themselves from it and still are to this day. That needs to hurry up and be cut down before anyone else does a self-hanging, a self-lynching, I should say. But that's all I really have to say as it pertains to this story right here. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Have your notifications turned on, and I'll talk to you in the next one.